What if I told you that the Bible contains the story of Israel's first political scandal, a tale of gang rape, genocide, kidnapping, and a power grab that would make House of Cards look like a children's show? Most people have never heard of the tribe of Benjamin, but their story is the most shocking political thriller buried in the Old Testament. We're talking about a tribe that went from nearly extinct to kingmakers, orchestrated one of history's first coups, and then executed a political betrayal that split an entire nation. This isn't Sunday school material. This is Game of Thrones, Ancient Israel edition. Our story starts in the book of Judges with what might be the most horrific crime in biblical history. A Levite and his concubine are traveling through Gibeah, a city belonging to the tribe of Benjamin. Sound familiar? Shoot. This is basically the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, but worse. A mob surrounds the house where they're staying, demanding to gang rape the male traveler. The host offers his daughter and the traveler's concubine instead. The Levite, and get this, literally pushes his own concubine out the door to save himself. She's gang raped all night by Benjamin's men and dies on the doorstep at dawn. But here's where it gets medieval. The Levite takes her body, cuts it into 12 pieces, and mails the pieces to all the tribes of Israel. Imagine opening that package. It's like sending a horse head, but infinitely worse. His message: look what Benjamin did. The other 11 tribes are horrified and demand justice. They tell Benjamin, hand over these criminals or else. Benjamin's response: make us. This triggers Israel's first civil war. And when I say war, I mean attempted genocide. The 11 tribes don't just want the criminals. They want to erase Benjamin from existence. We're talking scorched earth warfare. They slaughter virtually every Benjamite man, woman, and child. They burn cities, kill livestock, and reduce Benjamin from a major tribe to just 600 surviving men hiding on a rock. But then, plot twist, the other tribes realize they've made a catastrophic mistake. In their rage, they'd sworn an oath that none of their daughters could marry Benjamite men. With only 600 Benjamite men left and no way to get wives, Benjamin was about to go extinct anyway. So what's their solution? More war crimes. They attack the city of Jabesh-Gilead, slaughter all the men and married women, and give the virgin girls to Benjamin. When that's not enough women, they tell the remaining Benjamites to hide in vineyards and literally kidnap dancing girls during a religious festival. Problem solved, apparently. So Benjamin survives, barely, from nearly extinct to the most important tribe in Israel. Because here's what nobody talks about. Benjamin becomes Israel's first royal family. When Israel demands a king, God chooses Saul from the tribe of Benjamin. The tribe that was almost erased for harboring gang rapists becomes the ruling dynasty. Think about the psychology here. You've been nearly genocided by your own brothers. You claw your way back from 600 survivors, and then you get the ultimate prize, the crown. Do you think Benjamin forgot what the other tribes did to them? Do you think they felt loyalty to the people who tried to wipe them out? Saul's reign is a disaster. He's paranoid, erratic, and eventually dies in battle. The kingship passes to David from the tribe of Judah. Now we have two tribes with royal experience, Benjamin and Judah, while the other 10 tribes have never held power. When Solomon dies and his son Rehoboam becomes king, the northern tribes revolt. They're tired of being ruled by the south, tired of heavy taxes, tired of forced labor. But here's the shocking part. Benjamin doesn't join the rebellion. The tribe that was nearly destroyed by these same tribes chooses to stick with Judah instead of joining their former oppressors. This is the political masterstroke of the ancient world. Think about this from the northern tribe's perspective. They probably expected Benjamin to join them. After all, Benjamin had been Israel's first royal family. Benjamin had every reason to hate Judah for taking their crown. But Benjamin makes a calculated choice. They look at the map, they look at the politics, and they make a deal with Judah. The result? The kingdom splits in two. The northern 10 tribes form the kingdom of Israel. The southern 2 tribes, Judah and Benjamin, form the kingdom of Judah. But here's what makes this betrayal even more brilliant. Both Benjamin and Judah had royal pedigree. Benjamin through Saul, Judah through David and Solomon. By aligning together, they created a southern kingdom with double royal legitimacy. The north had numbers, 10 tribes versus 2. But the South had the experienced politicians who actually knew how to run kingdoms. This wasn't just about immediate survival. This was about playing the long game. Benjamin was the smallest tribe, surrounded by larger neighbors. If they joined the northern rebellion and it failed, they'd be crushed. If they stayed loyal to the South, they'd be junior partners in a stable kingdom. From a geographic standpoint, Benjamin was right next to Jerusalem, the capital. Their territory would be split no matter what happened. Better to be on the winning side. And they were right to bet on the South. The northern kingdom lasted about 200 years before being conquered by Assyria in 722 BCE. Those 10 tribes, they became the lost tribes of Israel, scattered and absorbed into other populations. But the southern kingdom, with Benjamin's support, lasted until the Babylonian conquest in 586 BCE. And even survived that through exile and return. Here's the final twist that shows how masterfully Benjamin played this game. They produced some of the most important figures in later Jewish and Christian history. Mordecai and Esther, both from Benjamin. Queen Esther literally saved the Jewish people from genocide. And she was from the tribe that almost suffered genocide themselves. The Apostle Paul, from Benjamin, the man who spread Christianity throughout the Roman Empire, came from this tiny tribe that nearly went extinct. And here's what really shows Benjamin's political genius. In the New Testament, Paul boasts about being from Benjamin. Even 1,000 years later, being a Benjamite was still a mark of distinction. The tribe that was almost erased became one of the most prestigious lineages in Jewish history. So what's the real story here? Benjamin's tale isn't just about survival. It's about how trauma shapes politics for generations. A tribe nearly destroyed by their brothers learned to never trust the majority again. They became master political operators, always calculating, always choosing the winning side, always thinking 3 moves ahead. They went from criminals to royalty, to kingmakers to survivors. And through it all, they remembered who tried to destroy them, and who gave them a chance to rebuild. The Benjamin scandal isn't just about ancient tribal politics. It's about how groups respond to existential threats, how power shifts create strange alliances, and how the weakest players can sometimes win by simply outlasting everyone else. What do you think? Was Benjamin's alliance with Judah brilliant realpolitik, or ultimate betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe if you want more deep dives into the political scandals hiding in plain sight in religious texts. Sometimes the most shocking stories are the ones they never taught you in Sunday school.